What's up, YouTube? Thanks for tuning in to another video. Really excited for what we have in store today. You know, it's been a little bit since my last video. I hope everybody's still doing great. The sun's blaring in my eyes today, and I'm honestly kind of still waking up, so... You know, these iced coffees from Starbucks are starting to become a bit of a problem. So today, we're going to be talking about the 5 things that I love about my new 2023 Tacoma TRD Sport. Man, the last video I made about my top 5 dislikes about the Tacoma, I was getting grilled. I think I made some Toyota fanboys pretty angry. I'll link the top 5 things I dislike about the Tacoma up top here so you can get an unbiased perspective. Feel free to take a look. A lot of people were not pleased at that video, and you were all making fun of the way I say Toyota. You're telling me to say it Toyota. Man, I'll say Toyota however I want. Anyways, I digress. Thanks for tuning in. If you're not subscribed to the channel and you like vehicles, you like TRDs, you like trucks, go ahead and hit that subscribe button down below. I really appreciate each and every one of my subscribers. I would love to hit 500 subscribers by the end of the year. At the time of this video, I think we're at 207. So please keep it up. Thanks so much for your support. All right, so the first thing that I love about the Toyota Tacoma is the design and the look of this truck. This is the 3rd generation. It's been around since 2016, and I think they did an incredible job on this vehicle. So incredible to the point that I personally think the newest Nissan Frontier looks so similar to the 3rd gen Tacoma that people are starting to copy the look of this truck. I think they did a great job. I love the color options that you can get, and I just think all around this truck has aged so well. There's nothing I necessarily dislike about the look of this vehicle. I think it looks great, and I think it has aged extremely well. Let me know what you think about the look of the Gen 3 Toyota Tacoma in comparison to the Gen 4 Toyota Tacoma in the comments below. I'm seeing a lot of people with mixed opinions on the 4th generation Tacoma. Personally, I think it looks a little too busy, and I much prefer the look of this 3rd gen over the 4th gen. The second thing I really like about the Tacoma is the naturally aspirated V6 in this truck. Guys, this is the last year of the V6. Get it while you still can. Toyota is moving to a turbocharged 4-cylinder engine, and it's just a fact. Those things are not going to last as long. Sure, you're going to get more power, but if you're buying a truck for reliability, which in my case I was, you're going to want to make sure that you pick up the V6 instead of waiting. This engine is bulletproof. If you create routine maintenance, this truck should be able to last you a very long time. One of the reasons why I purchased this vehicle instead of waiting for the 4th generation was specifically for this V6 engine. This is a tried and true V6 from Toyota. It's bulletproof. It's going to last you a long time if you continue with your standard maintenance. Additionally, look at the layout here. Working on this truck is very easy if you want to work on it yourself, or even if you take it to a shop or your local mechanic. You are not going to have to pay a fortune for this engine or this truck to be worked on in general. The third thing I really like about the Toyota Tacoma is the configuration and the options from the factory. For one, I was able to get leather seats in this Tacoma as opposed to the cloth. Much prefer leather seats in my vehicles. And number 2 is the 6-foot box. I was able to opt for a 6-foot box instead of a 5-foot. I really don't know what you're doing with a 5-foot box in a truck. You buy a truck so you can use it as a truck. So I was super pleased to be able to get a 6-foot box in the specific configuration that I wanted. This is a TRD Sport in automatic. I was able to get the double cab 4-door configuration. Toyota offers plenty of options here. You can get a Sport, you can get an off-road, you can get access cabs, you can get double cabs, 5-foot box, 6-foot box. If you want to keep things exciting while you're driving, you can even get a manual. There are so many factory options on this vehicle, and it makes it such a blast to be able to pick through them. And by pick through them, I mean put a deposit at the dealership and wait 6 months for an allocation. All right, the fourth thing I love about this truck is the simplicity, primarily in the interior. As far as the layout goes on this truck, it's very utilitarian. There's only, in my opinion, everything that you need. Now, I'm not specifically talking about the quality of the interior, because that's actually something I included on my dislikes video. I'm talking about the simplicity. I really like how the screen is built into the dash instead of floating on top. A lot of these new models don't actually implement their screen into their dashboard. They actually have it kind of coming out. It's almost like it looks like a tablet on the truck. The Tundra has that. It looks like the new Tacoma has that. I love that they integrated the screen right into the dash. It's not taking up too much visibility or too much space. The layout of the buttons, in my opinion, is extremely efficient and simple, very easy to use. The gauge cluster is not digital, it's analog with a small digital screen in the middle. I'm also a huge fan of that. For some reason, I don't like a fully digital gauge cluster. I don't know why, but I love this cluster. It's perfect. There's not too much going on. It's the same thing about the design and the body of this truck in general. It's just so simple. It's not trying to do too much. There's not a lot of crazy angles and crazy lines in the body like the new generation of the Tundra, which I actually quite like the look of, as well as the new generation of the Tacoma, which I don't care for as much. It's just a simple, great pickup truck. It's trying to be exactly what it is. It's not trying to do too much. It's simple, it's efficient, it's laid out well. So if you're somebody who's a little bit more traditional and just wants a simple pickup, this is for you. Fifth thing I like about the Tacoma is the build quality. Although this truck is technically assembled in Mexico, I personally still think the build quality is top tier, which is what you would expect from Toyota. With the 2023 Tacoma, this is the final year of its generation. They've perfected this model at this point. All of the issues they have already worked out. Everything just feels well put together. The doors are heavy. When I'm driving around, there's nothing rattling around. There's very minimal cab noise. Nothing is leaking in. It's just a sturdy truck. And if you test drive one or you own one, and if you've owned other vehicles, you just know that this truck was built well. The Tacoma is built to last, and it does last. Fifth thing I really like about the Toyota Tacoma for 2023 is the build quality. This truck is built well, and it's built to last. Those are my top 5 things that I like about the Toyota Tacoma. Feel free in the comments to leave the things that you like about your truck down below. Hopefully I appeased some of the people on my last video when I was talking about the 5 dislikes I have for this truck. Again, if you're in the market for a midsize, I would encourage you to shop around. Please go test drive the Chevy Colorado, the Ford Ranger, the new Nissan Frontier to make the most educated decision. The Tacoma is the best midsize truck on the market, in my personal opinion. If I was to pick through any of the options, I would still take this 2023 Tacoma TRD. Thanks so much for watching, everybody. A pleasure as always. And again, feel free to hit that subscribe button down below for additional content. I really appreciate all the support. I would love to hit 500 subscribers by the end of the year. Have a great day.